Talk to me, Larry.
All right. Oh my God. This is happening. Look at this right now. Just don't film me, film this. Don't stop filming me.
Can I peek in there? All right, so what's that?
Okay, that is the Z Proto. And that's the actual one, like the original one that got released in terms of like photos and all this stuff, but that's all in Japan. Now it's reached the US shores. I'm going to be the first person to photograph it in the US, which I'm really excited about, and we'll kind of release it to the States, I guess. So this is gonna be my second intro, because the first intro I couldn't actually talk because I was so excited and I just started stuttering and I just couldn't talk at all, because these are kind of the shoots that I live for, honestly. This is what makes me happy, being able to get this exclusive access to cars like this. The story is that during Pikes Peak, Nissan actually reached out to me and they're like, hey, we have an opportunity for you to be the first person to photograph the Z Proto in North America. Do you want to do that? Of course, being a Z guy myself, as many of you guys like to make fun of, I just was beside myself, you know, and a couple months later, we're here at my buddy Magnus Walker's garage, you know, among all these amazing Porsches, is this brand new Z prototype. The crazy thing is, I actually had a chance to bring my 240Z here for Magnus to drive and enjoy many years ago. Maybe, I don't even know how many years ago now. 8, 9 years ago, right? But the fact that all these years later I get to kind of bring this by for him to check out, and for us to take this around downtown LA to photograph, it's something else. But we'll take you guys along. These are kind of the things that we love to show behind the scenes of. We're going to show you guys a little bit of the process and a little bit of how the meat is made. It's going to be fun. Yes.
The magic is about to happen right here.
stop it there.
Right on and off.
Right, and then I'll tell you when there's an open spot here. We can just park on the right. I think past this guy in the neon.
Got it. Yeah, I'll pull over right where that second box is.
Okay, and then we're gonna get into position for this shot.
What's up, guys? Larry Chen here. I hope you're enjoying this Z Proto episode. Later on, we're gonna do some light painting on the streets of LA with a pretty expensive $500 light wand, but that's actually not what you need for light painting. You just need a light like this, a LED light. This episode was sponsored by GoPro, and they actually sent us this Zeus Mini to review and to check out. We've been using it for light painting. We've been using it for video, or I just keep it in my pocket if I need some extra light for whatever reason. It's much brighter than any cell phone light. It's really cool. You can put this on any hot shoe or cold shoe, and it comes with this adapter so you can actually put any GoPro accessory on it, including this tripod mount, which we're going to use for some light painting. Today we're going to do a quick demonstration on my Supra here in my shop. To recharge it, all you do is flip open this door and plug it into any USB-C charger. Click the link in the description. If you use it for light painting, upload it on Instagram, tag me, and I'll repost your photos.
Oh, maybe like a 35. When there's a big break, I'll let you know when to pull out, and then we'll make our move.
Rock, not rock.
We gotta do this again. It looks good, but he's lighting the car. You know, get closer. Looks great. Look at that.
Are you having a good time today?
I'm having a grand old time.
A grand old time. What's that?
Alright, can you pull forward? Dots on.
Jimmy!
Hi.
I see you. How are you?
Nice to see you as well.
I like your
Great.
new car.
Fantastic. It's great.
Yeah, look what you brought for me, Larry.
I didn't bring anything. I don't know what you're talking about. You're the Z
don't
guy.
tell them.
You're the Z guy. We're here. We're here at your shop.
We're here. We're at the shop. We have the brand new Z Proto, and couldn't be more stoked to see this thing today. I was not expecting that at all, but you know, I heard it was in LA, and pumped to see it here in good company. And yeah, let's get some cool photos, man.
And also, not just maybe in a few hours, we're basically gonna
Rip a burner.
You know, yeah. No, we're actually going to FD, Texas.
Oh yeah, we're leaving in the morning.
Yeah,
like 12
in the morning.
hours from now, we're heading for the airport.
But no worries, we'll do a quick shoot. Just thank you so much for letting us invade your space.
Hey,
Man,
thanks so much for bringing this amazing piece of machinery.
This thing looks great. So, what's your first?
Nissan team? You know, this is great. Love seeing this thing here.
Hi. What do you think? What do you think of the front end?
I love it. Oh, the front end, we're straight to the point.
Yeah, we're straight to the point.
No, in
'Cause
person, it's so much better than what everyone's making it out to be. Like it really flows. I love it. It didn't bother me nearly as much as obviously some people. Probably, you know, the same people that you know are always critiquing every concept car that comes out. Right? It's like it's new, it's different, and people just want to hear themselves talk. Right?
Yeah.
But when you look at it in comparison to all the other models, they all have a very similar, body line up front, the very, square and/or rectangular front mouth opening ever since day one, right? And I think it looks really good. When you see the car in person, it has a lot of those hard lines throughout, like under the headlight and under the emblem, the hood cowl and everything. It has those like really hard lines with it, so it really ties together well with the front end. And I think it might not have come across in some of those photos that were released, but I think it flows, it looks nice, it looks aggressive, and with the headlights, also very angular compared to the old 370Z, I think it's amazing.
Yeah, there's a couple things right out of the bat, like just looking at it, that really stood out to me. One of the things that a lot of people, I guess the photos really lose easily, is this texture.
I love
right?
how this ties right in with the taillights. So like front to back, it has this cool like oval shape to it and just really goes.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing is, in photos a lot of times it just basically is nothing.
It's blacked out,
right?
yeah.
So then when you actually see it in person, you see how 3D it is and that it actually has some texture. But I actually did a thing where if you actually turn off the lights, and then if you look, we're gonna turn off the lights real quick, and you look, and you basically just block your bottom view of it, then what it essentially turns into is the original 240Z.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
And then what's cool is, I don't know, there's just so many little things about this that just...
You really do get those like headlight cups.
Yeah. When you turn it off, once you
look at it straight on.
Yeah,
it's this hard line. I mean, when you compare it to there, you get this hard line here and this little cup effect under the light.
Yeah,
really cool.
And plus this hump, there's just so many cool little throwback things about this car, including this rear area too. It really, I mean, like the badge is back.
Yeah,
right?
I know. I love the
That's
three-quarter
super
badge.
cool. There's a little Easter egg they showed us here that it says the Nissan guys showed
cool.
us that it says since 1969. That's to whenever.
Well, yeah, like this little trim line.
Oh yeah,
From top to
instead of a drip rail, because I still have the original drip rails on my car. I never deleted them.
It's a nice little like third color throwback.
Yeah,
like you said, to
it's
the
super
factory
cool.
rain guard.
Yeah. The rear, especially with the headlights on, screams.
And see,
300ZX.
Yeah, straight from the back.
Z31.
I like how the garnish goes all the way across. It's not just two floating taillights out in the corners. And like like you said, it has that Nissan feel all the way across. And like I really did miss that from the early generations, and like even through the 90s, it always had that center garnish, so that's really cool to see that come back. It really breaks it up from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, and plus I love the updated badge. I think it's super cool. It's like
Very clean.
of this generation. Yeah, and the Fair Lady, like it's back.
I
Like,
know.
look at it. I mean, I
Perfect
guess
fit.
it was never here in the U.S.
It wasn't
Right,
Yeah,
so
this is the
first time it's called the Fair Lady Z. Very cool.
Yeah, and the carbon work on the back end, which like really it adds like like a nice race feel to it because it really brings the color line up high. and it adds this diffuser effect look with the carbon. So that's like a really cool.
So also on the and on the side, it kind of makes the car like skinny in a way because of this accent, right? It like shrinks it a little bit, but it's still there, right?
Yeah.
It's still a line, but it's cool. It kind of disappears when you look at it just briefly.
Yeah, I like how, like we're saying, these hard body lines are just kind of throughout.
Oh yeah.
Really
So this
kind of fades into the recorder.
this line is the line that I pretty much focused on the entire time I was shooting this. You know, because it goes so it's so long, and it just a continuation all the way into this door handle. It's super cool. And also this rear hump area, I noticed that it really like throws the light for like an interesting curve here. When you look at it, like you have fluorescent lights, right? But when we were shooting out in the sun, it does this cool little thing here, this effect. But anyways, there's just so many little things, I guess, that
I really like how the flare like really continues all the way to the rear taillight instead of kind of turning into just like almost looking like a flare.
Yeah.
You know, as it did before. So like having that continue into this rear garnish and having a little more body back here versus it just tapering off and having the taillight floating here. So just having this kind of round out and hold this corner wide, and it just makes it feel like a little more, like it's just got more depth to it, like from this angle.
yeah, and
It's not such a skinny rear end, if you know what I mean.
right. And I'm sure once you get your hands on it, it'll be a lot lower. But for me as a street car, I think honestly it's pretty flush as it sits right now. It's not bad. I mean, because we were able to pretty much maneuver all around downtown LA in this thing, and the roads down there are not good at all. So
terrible.
the fact that it
We got
could,
a nice smooth concrete floor here for you. So no
yeah,
problem.
cool. So let's take some pictures.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just did one quick shoot, one photo. Just kind of wanted to, I don't know, just show that the car's here. Eventually it's going to be here, but the production version for Chris to drift, right?
You know it, bud.
Right?
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh, this is basically your next drift car.
Teaser.
This is it.
The appetizer. Of
Yeah.
what's about to be.
Your next drift car.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know, right?
So, yeah, this is
It's a lot bigger in person too than I expected.
yeah,
'cause it's,
that's a good point. Like
It's got more length to it. There's,
because of the
more
shape.
overhang and everything.
Yeah, because of the shape. I guess it hides it well, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Which I like because the Z got a lot smaller from the 350 to the 370, right? And so now I feel like it's kind of swelling back up again. So I like it.
The proportions are good though.
Yeah, it flows really well. I mean, like we said, like everything really ties together. It's got hints of the first gen, but still very, very modern in the overall design. So you obviously have like hints of the 370 as well. You got like the roof line of the 370 is very similar.
Oh yeah, for
But,
sure.
yeah.
This,
Oh, yeah.
right?
And
The
I love
bubble.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
So seeing it continue is good. Seeing the 6-speed is really good. 'Cause you don't
Oh,
have many of those.
row your own gears.
That's it.
Yeah, you get to row your own.
Like that.
You mean it doesn't shift for you?
You can buy one that does, but you can also
Right.
have
This
the
is
option.
this is the one that we want.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was like a cool little teaser. Like you see the first shots of the Z coming out, the Z Proto, and one of those shots was that thing going in the first, and it's like it's just a little hat tip to one of the only
Not into park.
one of the only cars available in a manual from the factory. It's a proper sports car.
Yeah, and that's really the thing is the fact that a car that's brand new can come out today's day and age, manual, twin turbo, V6,
That's what I'm saying.
all of the good things, like everything we always wanted in a car, you know?
And they're still doing it. That's one of the reasons why I love Nissan. They've been doing it since day one. Like a proper sports car, 1970 until 2020.
And because like how many other cars are out there now that you could buy with those sort of specs, you know?
Dropping off like
Yeah.
every year.
I mean,
Every year another one.
it's to the point where we're gonna run out of all the old cars, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna run out of S15s, and we're already out
Yeah.
of S13s and 14s.
they're gone.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
gone. Good luck finding one of those.
Yeah.
But
They're getting fewer and further between. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, and so that's kind of the thing is for us. Smokey got it right. He said the last turbo manual sports car from Nissan was the S15. If you think about it,
Wow. It really
Right?
was. Yeah. Wow.
right? That's it.
That's yeah.
There's no other one.
Because yeah, the 300 stopped at 96.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So
long time ago.
it's been a while.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
The 350s and the 370s were all, naturally aspirated. They were big motors, making good power, but like, yeah, you had to get aftermarket to get a turbo in there. So yeah, It's
Right.
cool to see it come back out of the factory. And they had such good luck on the Q50 platform, and I know a lot of that went into this chassis design and this drivetrain. And so those guys are making like 500 wheel, running 10 seconds on factory engines. So to see that coming out of a Nissan Z out of the factory, just a couple bolt-ons and a tune, and you're really ripping, that's gonna be cool.
Right. So that's the first thing that I said. Everyone who loves to complain, we have a lot of people that complain about us, right? A lot. The first
please
thing.
everybody, Larry.
No, you can't
First
please
thing you
everybody.
learn.
We'll try. We'll definitely
We're doing our
try.
best.
Yeah, we're doing our best. I'm doing my best for sure. But without a doubt, it's going to be good from the factory. It's going to be fun to drive.
Oh, yeah.
But let's throw that out the window right away. Like, people are going to make it look the way they want it to look right away, and on top of that, they'll do whatever it needs to do, whatever they can do to make it perform the way they want it to perform.
Yeah.
And with a modern car, especially with a modern turbo car, you just breathe on that thing, and it's gonna make power. You know?
Yeah, and that's one of the things Nissan's always been known for, is being able to make big power. It's like a couple bolt-ons on SRs, back in the VG days, and of course the RBs, and definitely, of course, the VRs. Just, flick of the switch and you're making incredible power. And so to see that now in the, the new Z Proto into the new Z35 is going to be really, really cool.
You're forgetting about the VQs.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
The VQs,
yeah.
you had to add the turbo to it. So like I'm saying, like with the
Oh, right,
quick
right,
mods,
right. Yeah.
on the turbo engine already, you can make a lot of power on these. You had to get an entirely different, turbo system. They do make great power. We're pushing over 600 wheel on a factory block, but it's more of an investment, it's more effort going into modify your car to that level. This is like, bing bang boom, and you're off and running.
Dude, and even with the older Z cars, the L28 ETs, that was like, talk about ahead of its time.
Yeah.
The fact that it's inline six turbo.
Very ahead of its time.
Yeah, and
like
fuel
making
injected.
making that kind of power, and with such a long front end, you had that motor sitting real far back, so it's still handled really well for a straight six. That's the type of technology that I love seeing Nissan do since day one, making the car drive and perform as well as look good.
Well, I can't wait to see you drive this thing.
Telling me, man.
We've spent quite a bit of time, and I think I've probably
See this
lost a lot of
beautiful
hair.
back corner?
Yeah,
I'm gonna smoke this thing right off.
that, and then that side too.
This
Yeah.
has about 95 Irwindale wall rides with its name on it.
Right here,
yeah,
right
sorry.
here. Sorry, little.
Taillights. Yeah, gonna break that guy.
Awesome.
Bound to happen.
I can't wait.